We're going to have a little Q&A. And at the risk of sounding redundant, please make your answers genuine.
Jugular slicer. Ah, I just needed some time. There we go. Bloody Machete 69 killer trivia. Hellraiser grade, we got an 86%.
Yeah, that's still passing.
See, now if tests were like this in school, I'd be a doctor.
You'd be valedictorian.
I'd be magna cum laude. Speaking of magna cum laude, Danielle Harris, red string bikini, knee-high boots.
Come loud in 69.
Halloween trivia from the original series next week will be Friday the 13th. Right on. Here we go. What year did Michael kill Judith?
1963.
What book did Laurie forget at school?
Chemistry book. I always read my chemistry book, my math book, and my English book.
Yeah. Who cares? Who was Tommy afraid of? The ice cream man. You ever seen those dirty, stale motherfuckers driving them pieces of shit? One tail light hanging off? No, I'm just kidding. The Boogeyman. In what town does this movie take place? Zeroville.
Fucksville. Haddonfield.
We're going to go with Haddonfield, yeah. Who played Laurie Strode in 1978? It was Danielle Harris in a red string bikini with knee-high black boots. No, that'd be the old
JLC.
The JLFC.
Jamie Lee fucking Curtis.
Yep. What was the name of the sanitarium Michael escaped from?
Smith's Grove, baby.
I almost said Sims Grove for some damn reason, but I would have been backhanded too. What does Annie say when Michael drives by?
Hey jerk, speed kills.
That would have been funny.
That's why
it's Michael Myers.
It's even signed that way on that. Oh no, on that poster.
That poster, yeah. Yep.
See it?
I do.
Yeah.
That would have been funny though if it was the other one.
It's the one up by the land.
It's Michael Myers.
It's that murdering fucker.
Yeah. I love that mask.
Where does Annie die?
That's kind of a trick question there. It's in the car, but it's in the garage, which is attached to the house.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 1 and 2.
If it's in the car, in the house.
In the garage.
In the garage, but the garage is part of the house.
In the garage, I feel safe. There it is. How does Linda die? Strangled with Michael Myers' bare hands, strangled with a phone cord, stabbed. She doesn't die. She doesn't die. No, I'm just kidding. See, that's good, though, that he put that strangled with Michael's bare hands. Because if you don't pay attention, it almost looks that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, phone cord.
Yeah, phone cord.
How does Laurie die in Halloween 1978? Laurie no die.
Yeah, Laurie
she
no
does
die.
get stabbed.
Laurie no die till 23 years later.
Yeah, 23 years later. What is the name of the drug Dr. Loomis tells the nurse to put Michael on when they take him in front of the judge?
Thorazine.
Heroin.
Heroin. This is blast Michael with some black tar.
Yeah, there you go. Give him some of that Afghani Kush. What song is playing when Annie picks up Laurie for their babysitting jobs? My favorite song in the world, and it is because of that scene. Baby, don't fear the Reaper. That's bad.
What is the brand of laundry detergent that is in the Wallace's laundry room?
That's a damn good one. That's
okay, you just slipped one in there, buddy.
You did slip one in there, but I'm going with Tide. Something just is standing out in my head that it's a bright orange box. I'm saying Tide. Because you got to remember, this is 1978. Gain wasn't even there yet. Cheer, I think that came out a little later too. No, I think that was around. I'm going with Tide.
I'm going with Tide as well.
Yeah.
It was a box of Tide, huh?
Yeah. It was a big fucker too.
Yeah.
What model of car is Annie driving when she picks up Lori?
Monte, Carlo.
Like that, it echoed as it drove down the street. Where in the cemetery was Judith Myers buried? Oh, skipped one. Of course I did. What is written on the matchbook that belongs to Marion? The Rabbit
In Red.
Featuring the Wicker Bride.
Where in the cemetery was Judith Myers buried? Row 18, plot 20.
Yep.
I've been there.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it's that one in Pasadena, right?
It's
The
like
cemetery
right outside. What's weird is it's right outside of Pasadena. Then if you go like down and a block to your left, is the whole scene from H2 where the dude with the kid with the boombox bumps into him and shit's like right there.
Oh, okay.
It's like kind of away from everything else though.
Yeah.
We found it by accident.
When Loomis stops to use the payphone, we see a truck in the weeds. What garage is the truck from?
Phelps Garage.
Are Michael and Lori related?
Yes.
But it's not revealed until Halloween 2.
Yep.
When Lori saw someone watching her from the backyard, it was Michael. Whom did Annie suggest that it was?
Mr. Riddle.
That's right. Mr. Riddle. Full name, Riddle Box. How did Michael Myers escape from the hospital at the beginning of the goddamn movie?
He organized an inmate riot.
Which is pretty good for a guy who doesn't talk.
Yeah. He like mimed it.
Yeah.
In the one scene where we see Lori in class, was fate the subject being discussed?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Nothing moves fate. I don't know how Lori even stayed awake with that monotone voice the teacher has.
Lori, answer the question.
It was like, was that Ben Stein's
His
mom
wife,
or something like that?
Ben
His
Stein's
wife or something?
When Annie and Lori saw him before babysitting, who did Sheriff Brackett think broke into the store?
Some kids.
It's a couple of kids.
You always think it's kids. Well, all they took was a mask, some knives, and some rope. Who do you think it was? MacGyver.
Which of the following did Lori and Tommy not do on the night she babysit for him?
She helped him with his homework. They did not do homework.
No, he showed her comic books. They
Laser
watched
Man,
movies.
Tarantula Man,
Neutron Man.
Neutron Man. I can see why. Let's see. There was a scene where Lester, Lindsay's family dog, was barking ferociously at Michael Myers, who was standing outside the house. Finish the quote said by Annie when Lester finally stopped barking. Guess he found his clothes. No, his keys. The dog found his keys. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Guess he found a hot date.
Yeah.
That's what
Guess
he
he
said.
found a hot date.
That's what he says. That's
Lucky
what she
dog.
says.
Yep. When Annie was getting ready to leave to see Paul, what did she forget and subsequently had to go back into the house for?
No
Her
keys. Well,
Please,
please.
Paul.
And Paul, there's a little fact for yo asses. Paul, on the other end of that phone when she was talking, was none other than John Carpenter.
That's right.
You can even tell. You can tell his voice. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, that sounds just like JC. It's what I
That's
always
JFC.
said. John fucking Carpenter. God damn ya.
When Tommy got into trouble for claiming to see the boogeyman outside again, and for scaring Lindsay, she said dejectedly, "Nobody believes me." What did Lindsay reply to this?
I believe you, Tommy.
And thus, a romance was born.
And here's another little tidbit for you guys, because some of you might not know this, but the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, little Lindsay Wallace is on there.
No shit?
Yeah, she's one of the housewives.
Oh, I'm sure she knows.
Wait.
Of the three mean girls, Annie, Lori, and Linda, Linda was the first to die. False. It was Annie.
Yep, it was Annie.
Annie. When Lori was hiding from Michael Myers in the closet, which object did she use in self-defense? Please note this was before she grabbed his knife. She took a clothes hanger, started Zero's big, hard, lethal penis. That's in the that's in the lost
The
footage.
vivid version?
That's in the lost footage that the guy won't release because he's envious of my lethal penis. So it'll never see the light of day.
It was a close hanger.
It was a closing. Yeah. How many times did Lori think that she herself had killed Michael Myers?
Twice.
Twice, yeah, twice.
Because the knitting needle,
Mm-hmm.
and then the closet.
Deal, yeah. What is the name of the cult that's been holding Michael Myers? Did they even name him? I'm going to go with Samhain because it was written on the board in blood.
Yeah.
But Shape also...
Shape is what he is.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Samhain. Yeah. Samhain. If we get a 99%, we'll know why.
That's true.
All right. Awesome trivia. That was hella fun there, Bloody Machete 69. Let's get to your questions, as this is turning out to be the Bloody Machete Killer Questions episode. What is the most underrated horror film? I say Toby's Hooper, The Funhouse, is extremely underrated.
I'd say Sleepaway Camp 2, followed up by Sleepaway Camp 3. That's me. What do you say?
That's underrated?
Mm-hmm. It's going to be like The Burning.
Yeah,
Prowler.
you know, The Burning, The Prowler definitely are very underrated, but I'm also going to go with 2001 Maniacs.
Yeah.
No one really bats an eye at it anymore, you know?
It's good, though.
What? Yeah, well, it's awesome. Who is the funniest television character? Personally, I think Al Bundy, Kelly Bundy, and Steve Rhodes are timeless. They never get old. Dan the Man Fielding. John Larroquette from fucking Night Court. Can't beat that shit with a wooden spoon.
And I would have to say Jerry, George, Kramer, Andy Lane from Seinfeld. And George's parents and various other people that were on that show. I love it. I'm all about it. Leaving hoes flat ass dead, so don't doubt it.
You hear that shit? That was real. That just happened.
If I came to your hometown, would you tattoo the huge chrome skull with the Two Knives logo on my back? I've been seriously thinking about getting one, though. How long does it take to get a big tattoo like that? Kind of like with the Brock Lesnar and his tattoo. Well, you could knock that out in an hour.
Yeah. In an hour? Oh, man.
He'll do it.
Oh, yeah. I can do it in a couple hours if it's just black and gray. Won't be no time at all, really.
Nah, it'd take a little bit of time. If
3,
he wants
4
it
hours?
huge,
3, 4
remember
hours?
that Brock Lesnar tattoo was...
Yeah, well, that's if he's as big as Brock Lesnar.
This is true.
If he's as big as Brock Lesnar, you better take a week's vacation
Yep, and come on over.
and come on down. But, no, I think it can be done in about 3 or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking so, too. Get a big old fucking mag on there.
Oh, yeah.
To mag that motherfucker out.
Oh, yeah, you
The
will.
biggest mag you can find.
Drink some Colt 45 while I use a 45 on that. 45 is like, what is that? 25 on the bottom, 20 on the top?
So you come to our hometown.
Come on down. Fucking...
Married with Children was unfairly canceled in its 11th season with no real closure. What do you think the characters went on to do? Just predict your wackiest and funniest idea of each of them. Al Bundy.
Served 25 years to life for the murder of Peggy Bundy.
Yep, I agree.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I agree on that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll learn with that. Peggy Bundy, dead. Kelly Bundy became a senator of the great state of Illinois.
Bud Bundy became the baddest hip-hop rapper freestyler of all time.
Ever, of all time. And now he owns strip clubs.
Marcy Darcy became the head of the lesbian...
Movement. Yeah, I was thinking something like that too, yeah.
Jefferson Darcy. Okay, this is a good one.
He got called back.
Jefferson Darcy
He got called back.
and Steve Rhodes became like Thelma and Louise, if you will.
Just drove
like,
off a cliff?
No, just like crime sprees all throughout America.
All right.
They went on the run together.
Okay. All right. Rank the Married with Children from best to worst, 10 being the worst and 1 being the best. Al, numero uno.
Yeah.
Can't fuck with it. Peggy, I'm going to give Peggy a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
Kelly Bundy, let me tell you this about Kelly Bundy. Kelly Bundy got me through a lot of lonely nights, so she's a 1A.
Bud is 2.
He's a 2.
All
Marcy, 6. Jefferson, 3. Steve, 4.
Yeah. Which Married with Children did you prefer? Seasons 1 through 4, the normalist show, or the later seasons when everything got very silly, over the top, and cartoonish?
I'm going with 1 through 4, 1 through 5. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 through 5.
Top 5 of your favorite Al Bundy moments. Oh, my Lord. The No Man Formation?
No Man Formation was cool. I can't give you 5. But I can give you my 1. My favorite fucking episode of Married with Children is the one where he got locked in the fucking store and he wanted to just go home and watch Hondo, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That was bad as fuck, dude. I love that fucking episode. That was my shit.
Yeah.
I just want to go watch Hondo.
The time where he went back to whatever that county was that Peggy's mom was from and just his bitching all the way through it. That was great. The picnic where they just fight that rich family. Like the whole family throws down. His high school reunion one.
Yeah.
Where he was so yeah, there's a lot of them, man. Married with Children was hated by all the award shows. Do you think Ed O'Neill deserved an Emmy for his betrayal of Al Bundy? Fucking A, he did.
Yeah, I agree.
See, that show was ahead of its time, man. It was really ahead of its time.
Yep.
And, that's why it didn't get love, man. Do you think Kelly Bundy and Al Bundy could have carried Married with Children by themselves? There was an episode where there was no Peggy, Bud, Marcy, Jefferson, and Steve. It's one of the best episodes ever. I personally think Kelly and Al were the funniest characters on the show, and without them, the show wouldn't be that good. I agree.
Yeah, but like I said before...
But you gotta have Bud in there, man.
Bud brought something to the table.
Because it was the balance. It was the yin and yang with Kelly and Bud.
Yep.
If Kelly was just ripping...
He would call her a slut. She would call him a fucking masturbator.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was, yeah.
Favorite Steve Rhodes moment? My favorite is when he goes into the woods with Al, Bud, and the kids. The kids trick him into licking poison. Oh, yeah.
And the stuff he does by acting like he's dying. Every time I almost die of laughing myself when he sings that song. Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that one's bad, dude.
That one is awesome. But I like the one where he came back from being a ranger and caught her with Jefferson and everything.
I like that one too,
great.
dude. That one's good.
Bearded out.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Jump on over to episode, unless you want to just continue.
Let's do the Bloody Machete Part 2. We'll be right back.